So you got a noise complaint.
Okay.
You guys gotta turn it down.
Okay, cool.
You got your driver's license just so we can say we talked with you?
I don't need to give you that.
It's not a big deal, dude. We have to identify.
We'll turn it down. Thank you, guys.
We have to identify who you are.
Who are you guys?
Okay, what's your last name?
I don't need to give you that.
Yes, you do.
If this is a noise complaint, we're gonna turn it down and we're gonna have a good day.
Okay. You watch too much YouTube, dude. You watch too much TikTok. Alright.
The call comes in quietly, a simple noise complaint from a nearby neighbor, nothing urgent, but from the very beginning something feels different as the camera is already rolling, capturing every second before the door even opens. Outside, two officers wait calm and polite, at first explaining the situation as a routine visit with an easy fix, and for a moment it seems like it will end there, just turn the music down and move on, but then the tone shifts, a simple request turns into a demand for identification, names, and compliance. The man refuses calmly and respectfully, and just like that the energy changes, smiles fade, voices sharpen, and what started as a minor complaint begins to feel like something much bigger, turning within seconds into a tense test of rights, authority, and how quickly power can escalate.
Who is it? Yep. What's going on, you guys? What's up?
So you got a noise complaint.
Okay.
You guys gotta turn it down.
Okay, cool.
You got your driver's license just so we can say we talked with you?
I don't need to give you that.
What's up?
I don't need to give you that, ma'am.
Okay. So here's the thing, if we have to return back, there could be a fine issued to you.
Okay.
As part of the Signal Hill Municipal Code.
Okay.
So that's why I need to identify who I'm talking with today.
Okay, well, I'm not the owner, and
Yeah, I know.
they're asleep right now.
It's a rental, right? You guys are like renting the spot?
It's not a big deal, dude. We have to identify.
We'll turn it down. Thank you, guys.
We have to identify who you are.
Who are you guys?
Officer
What's
Kenny,
your name?
Officer Agawal with the Signal Hill Police Department.
What was that?
Officer Kenny, and this is Officer Agawal with the Signal Hill Police Department.
Okay.
Okay. So
Badge numbers?
163 and 159.
Okay.
Okay. We need your ID to know who we're talking to.
I don't have one.
Okay. What's your last name?
I don't need to give you that.
Yes, you do.
If this is a noise complaint, we're gonna turn it down and we're gonna have a good day.
Okay. I don't think you're understanding what we're saying. Okay. We're doing our job. Right? I need to identify who I'm talking to. That's all we have to do.
I don't have to answer.
Find out what the resident code for.
Okay. I don't know why you're giving us such an issue.
I'm just saying. I'm helping you guys. We're gonna turn it down.
No, you're not helping.
No, yeah, we are.
You're not helping.
We didn't call you guys.
Okay,
I know,
that's
because
not
it was
how.
a complaint.
I understand, and I'm telling you, we're gonna turn it down, right?
Okay. So we're just trying to figure out what's going on. I need to know who I'm talking to.
You can call me good citizen.
Okay. You watch too much YouTube, dude. You watch too much TikTok. All right. What's your name?
You're just brainwashing in the academy, my boy.
What's what?
That's what it is. You're brainwashing the academy.
Okay. Why is that?
I'm just letting you know. Why are you laughing?
Oh, because you're being ridiculous.
Man,
Okay.
we did not call you.
Doesn't matter. Someone else called us.
And we're letting you know.
You should look up 415 PC of the California Penal Code.
Yes, sir, I will.
Peace.
Thank
Okay.
you.
You're committing a crime. Okay. You understand? If your neighbors wanted you arrested, I could arrest you right now. Okay. They want you to turn the volume down. Okay. You understand that?
And we will. Thank you. You have a good day. Good night. Yup.
What begins as a simple warning quickly turns into a clear display of pressure as the officer shifts from polite reassurance to a direct threat, suggesting an arrest could happen at any moment, but just as suddenly the situation ends with a calm promise to lower the volume and move on. Yet this pattern doesn't stop there, because in another encounter a man waits quietly at a bus stop holding a sheathed sword with no sign of danger, simply on his way to a pawn shop. But even then suspicion takes over. And a routine check turns into persistent questioning, then into repeated demands for identification despite clear explanations. The man stands firm, refusing to comply with what he believes is an unnecessary intrusion, and as the officer continues to push, the tension builds, voices rise, and the moment transforms into a standoff, not about a weapon, but about boundaries, rights, and how quickly a simple situation can spiral into confrontation.
What's your name? What's your name? And what's your badge number? Yes, I do. I'm not going to be violating my rights. You're violating my rights right now. Anyone can have a sword. It's in a sheath. You can leave me alone, okay?
Well, we got called out here.
Bullshit. Got called out here. Bullshit.
I don't need you angry or
But you're lying to me right now. You're lying to me.
somebody called.
No, they did not. I'm going to go take my sword and I'm going to go walk away, okay?
Sir,
I can do that. It's my sword.
I still need to investigate why you have it out.
It's my sword. I'm taking it to the pawn shop.
Okay, then why are you laying on the ground with it?
Because I'm waiting for the bus.
I still need
Okay, you have now all the information you want. What else do you need?
to investigate,
What else do you need, ma'am?
sir. I don't need you to be argumentative.
You're violating my rights right now. You're harassing me. Yes, you are. I have done nothing wrong. I'm going to the pawn shop. You understand that? Does that make sense or not?
Do you have an ID on you?
I'm not giving you my ID. I'm not getting an ID. I'm going to the pawn shop.
Sir, I need your ID.
No, you're not getting my ID, ma'am. I'm taking my sword to the pawn shop. I don't need to ID myself when I'm going to the pawn shop.
Okay, well, I still have to investigate why
You have investigated.
you're carrying a knife. So I need you
I'm not. No, you cannot. That's the bullshit.
right
You are violating my rights.
Right now, you're detained.
No, I'm not. Bullshit. You know you're violating my rights right now. This is all being recorded, ma'am. You're gonna get in trouble. And what's your badge number?
I still need your name.
I'm not giving you my name. I've done nothing wrong. Okay, I'm leaving. Thank you. Okay, have a good day.
You're not leaving yet, sir. I told you to stop.
You're bullshitting me right now, dude.
Dude, I need your ID.
I'm not giving you my ID.
Why not?
Because you're violating my rights right now. Why are you harassing me right now? This is all being. I'm not f***ing talking to you. I'm going away.
I need your ID.
You're gonna
not allowed to declare
once you violate my rights, go ahead. Go ahead and violate my rights.
Stop walking, sir. I need you to stop.
You need to leave me alone. You need to leave me the f*** alone. You're harassing me. You're not getting my ID, miss.
Sir, I can
Miss.
get your ID.
Miss, no.
Then I can get out of your hair.
No, why?
Till then,
So you're gonna violate my rights then? That's what you're doing, right? You violate my rights? Is that what you're gonna do?
I'm trying to investigate what's
And I told you what was going
I
on.
totally understand that.
So then you're telling me anyone?
Make sure that you're not doing anything illegal
How's that? How are you gonna do that by running my name?
because you're detained right now.
But how are you gonna do that? How are you gonna investigate?
With a knife.
How,
So I
at
still
the
need to
bus stop.
identify you.
Look at that, the bus stop.
Okay.
So, and how are you gonna investigate that by running my name? Don't go Don't go
Who you are.
What are you f***ing dumb?
That you're being detained right now
Yeah, for what crime? For what crime?
for having a knife in public.
You understand? Get your supervisor out here.
No.
Yes, I'm asking for your supervisor.
Do you have your ID or not?
I'm not. You are violating my rights. I've done nothing wrong. I've committed no crime. What's your reasonable suspicion, huh? Tell me what's your reasonable suspicion, ma'am. What crime have I committed? That's what I thought. So I'm going on my way. What crime have I committed? What crime have I committed?
You're not allowed to.
What crime have I committed?
I told you, I'm not gonna.
What crime? What crime was that? I couldn't hear what crime that was. What crime was that? What crime was that? I'm going.
You're not.
What crime have I committed that you need to detain me?
I'm not gonna keep telling you.
What crime? You said nothing. You have said nothing. You're lying. You're violating my rights. What crime have I committed? Why am I detained? What crime have I committed for you to detain me?
Are you gonna keep yelling?
You have told me nothing though. You said I'm carrying a f***ing sword. That's not against the law. But that's not against the law. So what crime have I committed for you to detain me? Have I been waving that thing around to anyone? No. So you can f***ing go about your business. Shut the f*** up, okay? I'm going about my day. I've committed no crime for you to detain me. What crime have I committed? Walking around with a sword is not a crime. Thank you. So what crime is this, man? For her to detain me. Tell me the crime. Let's hear this all, because we're getting this all on camera. Tell me the crime that I have committed for her to detain me right now. I'm sitting at a bus stop with a sword that's sheathed. It's a Renaissance sword. I'm selling it at a pawn shop, and she's saying I'm doing what wrong? What am I doing wrong?
I told you, you can't just be carrying a sword out.
Look at her. That's not against the law to have a sword in a sheath. Tell me the laws.
Where you selling it at?
The pawn shop that's down there by McDonald's.
I was just calling. They're just kind of concerned about.
Yeah, that's fine. But I'm not gonna give her my ID because she wants to.
Okay.
That's bullshit. Right? I'm not. Thank you. I can go about my day.
You're good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
The tension reaches its peak as the officer insists on an investigation, but her reasoning begins to unravel under simple questions. How does a name prove a crime? And what crime has even been committed? Standing at a quiet bus stop in the middle of the night, the man calmly challenges every claim, repeating the same question over and over, exposing the lack of clear answers. The officer labels him detained, cites the presence of a sheathed sword as justification, yet fails to establish any real violation, and with every second the situation becomes less about safety and more about control until another officer steps in. The tone shifts, and just like that, the confrontation dissolves, leaving behind a clear lesson: authority alone isn't enough, and when rights are understood and questioned in real time, the outcome can change completely.